My results are in. What's wrong?
You're still in love with Dante, aren't you?
What happened to Sam wasn't a mistake. It was intentional.
Someone murdered my daughter?
General Hospital latest update. Chase faces devastating test results that could impact his future with Brooklyn. Lulu is grilled about her feelings for Dante, while Portia drops a bombshell about Sam's death being murder. Plus, secrets unravel as family tensions rise. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Chase's awful news for Brooklyn, Alexis Sam shocker, Carly questions Brennan. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, January 28th, reveal that Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, will question why Jack Brennan, Charles Measure, is being so nice to her, but he may think it's obvious that he's fond of her by now. However, Carly will get a warning on Tuesday's episode, so Brennan might admit he's trouble and advise against getting too close to him. Carly and Brennan's relationship has always been complicated, but she'll continue to see the good in him and ignore any alarm bells as they continue to bond. At General Hospital, Trina Robinson and Tabiana Ali will want to help Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, so she'll push him to let her. Kai is struggling over the news that he'll never play football again, but Trina will offer support and perhaps get Kai to think about some other career paths. In Portia Robinson's Brooke Kerr office, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, will want some answers about Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco. Portia will confess that what happened to Sam wasn't a mistake, so Alexis will reel over her daughter being a fatal target. Meanwhile, Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofer, will talk to Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, and wonder if she was pushed into something she didn't want to do. Will Lois be referring to Brooklyn hitting the sheets as a teen? Or could this be about Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, pushing for Lulu Spencer's, Alexa Havens Bruning, hiring instead? Later, Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, will give Brooklyn some difficult updates since he just got his test results from the hospital. Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, read them and revealed that Chase can't father a child, so that'll be a tough blow for both Chase and Brooklyn. As for Anna Devane of Finola Hughes, she'll have a conversation with Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, and wonder what Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, has done now. Anna may hear about Emma hanging out at the bar and worry about her troublemaker tendencies. Whatever the case, Anna will launch a confrontation with Emma eventually, so some tension's coming up. Over with Tracy, she'll seem skeptical about someone's plan on Tuesday's episode. It looks like Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, may also get involved in some chaos at the Quartermaine mansion soon enough. You got exactly what you wanted, Jason says sternly in the preview video. Jason may warn Tracy not to rock the boat with Willow any further now that they've reached agreement. Tracy recently marched down to the gatehouse to antagonize Willow and pointed out that Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, was banned from the property, so Jason may hear about that visit. Unfortunately, Drew doesn't plan to let anyone stand in the way of his romance, so he'll retaliate. Jason may end up clashing with Drew again too once all the drama plays out. General Hospital spoilers hint that Drew and Willow's connection will cause more problems. Today's next update, Lucky and Elizabeth hit potential gold at Turning Woods, and Chase gets devastating news. General Hospital. Curtis and Nina plot against Drew, Anna gives Jason a warning, and Laura worries about Lucky. In his room at the Metro Court, Sonny leaves a message with Natalia to call him about their trip. Christina arrives, is glad to see her dad is alive, and asks why he never showed up last night. He says it was just business and asks how the night went. Christina says it was great, except for a tiny fistfight, which she and Lucky handled. He says he knew she could do anything she set her mind to, and he'll be at Charlie's for all the future big nights. Christina says last night was the best she's felt in months, and he knew she needed that. She switches the topic and states she is ready to do her part in keeping Avery from Ava by testifying at his custody hearing. Christina worries Ava will exploit the tragedy at his apartment. Sonny tells his daughter that Diane is handling it and not to worry. Nina steps into Curtis' office at Aurora, and the two rant about Drew, who is sinking to new lows. Curtis informs her that Drew is threatening to tank specific Aurora deals involving the government through Congress unless he gets his company back. Nina can't believe this and is happy Willow is at the Quartermaines, which hopefully will put some distance between her and Drew. Curtis suggests again that she come clean with Willow about her and Drew. Nina knows she should, and if Willow learns about her and Drew from someone else, then she could lose her. However, she can't tell her, and Drew won't tell Willow either. Her eyes are open to him now, and she's hoping with time, Willow will wake up too. Curtis says he thinks the way to stop Drew is to make sure the freshman congressman has no friends in DC and is persona non grata. Nina knows some people to reach out to, but warns if Drew finds out, he'll really move against him. Curtis says he has no secrets, and everything he's doing is above board. Chase visits Willow at the gatehouse and brings a housewarming gift to welcome her and the kids back. She thanks him, given everyone else hates her. He tells her that she's a good person, and everyone knows it. Willow asks, "And Drew?" Chase admits bad things are being said about him. Willow says Drew is being ostracized from his family, it's not fair, and perhaps she shouldn't have come back here. Willow changes the subject to Chase and asks what is happening with him and Brooklyn. Chase ignores a call and says he and Brooklyn are trying to have a baby. Willow knows they are going to be great parents. Chase's phone dings and it's his labs. He has no idea what they say and asks Willow to look at them. Chase hands her his phone and can see by Willow's face it's not good. She tells him that he really needs to speak to his doctor, who will explain everything. Chase pushes her to tell him, as now he's concerned. Willow says that according to these results, he can't father a child. Outside, Drew calls Monica and leaves a message saying he stopped by to see her, but Yuri said he was banned on her orders. He doesn't know if this is true, or Tracy's doing. Jason visits Anna at her office, and she updates him on Sidwell relocating to Port Charles. She explains he's going to expand his business into North America and use Port Charles as a hub. She relays the news that there are no warrants out for him, and unfortunately, Sasha's kidnapping has never been reported. She orders Jason not to go after Sidwell. Jason says Sidwell came to town right as Sunny was targeted, so it can't be a coincidence. Anna says they are examining the evidence from Sunny's apartment and comparing it to the warehouse, but she can't comment on an ongoing investigation. Jason says if Sidwell went after Sunny then he can't stand by and do nothing. He yells Michael is like a son to him, and if Sidwell set that bomb, then he needs to do something more. Anna says they still have no proof that Sidwell bombed Sunny's place. She tells him to think, if he acts, what if Sidwell retaliates, and another tragedy occurs as is with Michael, only this time another innocent is hurt. She asks Jason to just give her a chance to do her job. Laura gets a visit from Lulu to her office and wants to talk about Lucky, who may be headed for trouble. She explains Lucky's involvement with Jens Sidwell and that Jens has relocated to Port Charles. She worries Lucky may try and get revenge, as he seems to be more and more like his dad these days. She just wants Lucky to live here in peace and to not go after Sidwell. It would be best for Aiden, and selfishly for her, as she just got both her kids back. Lulu says she's realized she made everything about her since waking up, and she hasn't stopped considering her mother's feelings. She was in a coma, Lucky was gone, Nicholas is in prison, and she lost Spencer. Laura says she wasn't alone. She had Kevin, and she had hoped she would be reunited with her kids. Lulu jokes, on the bright side, Nicholas is pretty easy to find. Laura can't believe her and says she feared for so long that Nicholas was lost until he turned things around and faced the consequences of his actions. Lulu assures her mother that she and Lucky will be okay, too. Laura asks Lulu to just keep her eyes out if she sees anything troubling with her brother. Lulu turns to the topic to her new job at Deception. She's happy to be back working with Maxie, but she's Brooklyn's assistant. She thinks focusing on not strangling Brooklyn will give her something to do until she finds Charlotte. Liz and Lucky drop by turning woods to see Liz's friend Tara, who she is hoping will give them a list of Cyrus patients. Another nurse explains Tara called out sick and asks if she could help them with anything. Lucky remembers her from the night his sister escaped. He lets her know that she got home safe, and he is sorry for getting a little carried away that night. Liz explains she's a nurse, too, and she knows how tough a job is. That is also how she knows Tara. Lucky tells the woman they were hoping to find out some information about Cyrus Renault. He explains Cyrus is his uncle, and he asks them to drop by and get a list of the patients he visited that passed away so he can send the family condolence cards. The nurse gushes about how good Cyrus is and prints off the list. Suddenly, the manager appears and is not pleased to see Lucky. The manager tells the nurse to return to work and asks Lucky why he's here. Lucky keeps the manager preoccupied, saying he and his family will be suing Turning Woods. The papers they need are still being printed. As Lucky rants off a list of charges, Liz grabs the papers. The fed-up manager says he's calling security. He sees Liz and asks why she's behind the desk. She says her purse fell and she was picking it up. They leave, and Liz hopes these pages give them what they need. Martin arrives at the Port Charles Grill and orders a drink at the bar where Lucy is sitting. She asks if he'd like to join her, but he says, "In your dreams." He walks off, and Natalia joins Lucy at the bar to discuss deception business before she and Sonny go out to LA. Lucy squeals that she loves LA. Natalia says she has a colleague out there who has a store on Rodeo Drive and wants to sell their products. She reminds Lucy they've talked about this, and if she lands this account they can rub it in Tracy's face. Lucy can't recall any of this but loves it and asks when they leave. Natalia says her colleague only wants to meet with her and their silent partner, so they only want to talk about financials and spreadsheets. Lucy is already bored with the number talk and assumes that must be why she doesn't remember any of this, but this sounds huge. Drew meets with Martin and vents that he's been banned from the Quartermain grounds by Monica, who is not taking his calls. He says she was the first person to welcome him into the family. She never gave up on AJ or Jason, but she's barred him, so he must be her first lost cause. He wonders if he was ever her family to begin with. He should have seen this coming as Michael was Monica's favorite, and he did hurt him. Martin notes Michael has more problems right now than his marriage, and he thinks someday Monica will come back around. Drew hopes Martin is right, but banning him won't keep him from seeing Willow. Drew says he needs to find a place to live, so he'll need a realtor. Martin says this is a coincidence and looks over at Lucy at the bar. Martin leaves Lucy and Drew to talk business. He wants a house near a good school, and also he'll need 5 bedrooms. Lucy thinks that's a bit big for him and his daughter. Drew quips, "Who says it will only be us?" Natalia returns to Sonny's room and lets herself in, shocking Christina. Christina asks why she has a key to her dad's room. Natalia explains the doorman gave it to her as they have business to discuss before leaving for LA. Christina isn't sure this is a good time for her dad to be leaving town. Sonny tells Christina it's deception business and not to worry. Christina trusts her father and heads out. Alone, Natalia realizes Sonny hasn't told his kids about his heart. Sonny says Christina's lost so much, so he doesn't want her worried she could lose her father too. Natalia explains the cover she set up with Lucy, and she has everything booked. He thanks her. She says this is the least she can do for what he has done for her, and the pain she caused Christina. On the next General Hospital, Trina checks on Kai. Alexis meets with Portia and says, "She's my daughter and I want to find the answers." Lois asks Brooklyn if she felt like she was forced to do something she didn't want to do. Tracy tells someone, "That's your plan?" Anna asks Felicia what her granddaughter has done now. Jason tells someone, "You got exactly what you wanted." Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.